and welcome to the Drive and Dish podcast. We're here for January the 1st. New day, new year. Our man, Dynamite David, is with us.
Dynamite picks.
All right. Are you ready to get into some new year college basketball picks?
Yeah, new year. We're going to start it off with a great day here. I've got some eyes on football games today, but I've also got some good basketball that I like. And we're gonna go 5-0 today, I think.
All right. So let's recap what we had yesterday. December the 31st. You went 2-1 winners with Michigan minus the 2.5. A good pick. Michigan came up, showed out, and Arizona minus 8.5 versus Washington. Another good winner. Arizona traveled up north and handled their business. A loser in the Minnesota Golden Gophers, 9.5 versus Wisconsin. Minnesota sucked in. Wisconsin got back on track. So that brings you to 24-30-1 overall. I had a terrible day. The home dogs were just that, dogs. They were terrible in each matchup. 0-3. Washington, we already talked about, was a disgrace at home. Idaho, possibly even more disgrace at home versus Northern Arizona, got destroyed. And New Mexico, the Pit, not doing anything to present home court advantage, got destroyed by Nevada. So a tough day overall. 81-72-1 on the year. Let's get into today. What do you got today for us?
First up, I've got one of the first matchups of the day. Starts in about 15 minutes. 6-3 St. Peter's at Canisius, who's 1-3. This St. Peter's team's pretty good. They split two close games with Monmouth last week, with both of the finals in those games being 78-76. They won one, lost one. But then I look at Canisius head-to-head against this Monmouth team, and they got swept in two blowouts against Monmouth. So I really like St. Peter's minus the 4.5 at Canisius today at 1 o'clock. Next up, I like Arkansas Little Rock at home against UT Arlington. Arkansas Little Rock's undefeated at home this year, and UT Arlington's 0-3 on the road. And Little Rock shoots about 5% better from the field, so for this reason, I like the home team to cover the 3.5. Next up, I've got Cleveland State minus 3.5 at IUPUI. IUPUI's only played I think one game this year. They won that against Tennessee State, but their first four conference games have been canceled due to COVID. Cleveland State's 4-0 in Horizon League play, and their last three they've won by 8 or more points. So I like Cleveland State winning by more than 3.5 against the bad defense of IUPUI. Next up, I've got Marshall plus the 1.5 at Louisiana Tech. Marshall scored 80 or more points in 6 straight games, and they had a 21-point win of UNC Asheville. This is a big Conference USA matchup, but Marshall's covered 5 of their last 6, and they had some big road wins at Charleston and Wright State, so I'm going to go with Marshall plus the 1.5. Last up, I like Rice today, plus the 2.5 at home versus UTSA. This is a Conference USA opener for both of these teams, and while UTSA has played the tougher road schedule, they've struggled to get stops on defense. They're allowing 105 points per 100 possessions. I'd like Rice defensively. They've really forced you to turn the ball over, forcing opponents to turn the ball over 21% of the time. And UTSA struggles on the road. They're 6-20 against the spread in their last 26 road games. So for this reason, I'm going to take Rice plus the 2.5 at home.
All right. A big slate for a small slate of games for our man Dynamite David. Let's see how he does today. I like some of those picks. I have a small slate in the small slate of games today. We're going to go with UL Lafayette minus the 2.5 versus Texas State. Lafayette's off to a 6-1 start. Not a lot of great wins in there, but they did have a loss to Butler, so that's got to be accounting for something since they've played somebody good at home. Versus Texas State, I think they'll be able to pull out a close game. These are two pretty much evenly matched teams here, but I think the home court will give them a little something to put them over the top. And our last pick, Georgia Southern, minus the 3.5 versus South Alabama. Georgia Southern off to a pretty good start. Their only losses are Davidson, Mercer, and Florida Gulf Coast. All really, really solid teams. So we'll see if Georgia Southern can hang on at home versus a decent but not great South Alabama team. we think South Alabama will struggle on the road for their first real sort of tough road game outside of Auburn, which they lost. So we're going with Georgia Southern minus the 3.5, UL Lafayette minus the 2.5. On the NBA side of things, we went 1-1 yesterday. Sacramento Kings got the cover at plus 5.5 versus the Houston Rockets. Utah Jazz lost to the Phoenix Suns minus 3.5. Today we got 3 NBA picks. We're going to keep riding the Wizards. We think they'll win a game eventually. Hopefully it is this one. Washington Wizards minus 1.5 versus Minnesota. We're going to take the big spread in the Milwaukee Bucks minus 14.5 for Chicago. Chicago coming on back-to-back. We think Milwaukee will have one of their big dominant wins, which all their wins so far this season have either been dominant large wins or losses. So we're going with the big win today. And last, Phoenix on the back-to-back. We think the Denver Nuggets will cover that 4.5. So 3 NBA picks, 2 college picks for me on the day. Where can we find you, David?
Follow me at GLN Dynamite _D. I'm putting picks out every day. Going to keep grinding away this season. Hopefully get back to winning record. I like the fresh start this year. Happy New Year.
All right. Greenlightnetwork.org. You can find all our podcasts, plus subscribe and like to our Facebook page, Greenlight Network. That's our show, and we're out.